There's a controversial plan to build hundreds of thousands of units of housing in New York, and Governor Hochul and members of the legislature are on a collision course over it.
The point person for the governor says New York's housing crisis is a simple case of math. CBS 2 political reporter Marcia Kramer has the exclusive interview.
In the last 10 years, we've built about 400,000 units of housing, and we've created 1.2 million jobs in the state. So 400,000 units of housing, 1.2. When we look at northern New Jersey, they've built almost 200,000 more housing units than jobs. When we look at Connecticut, they've created about 50,000 more housing units than jobs.
Ruthann Visnauskas, the commissioner for the State Division of Housing and Community Renewal, says the equation is simple. No homes for people state businesses want to employ equals people moving out of New York to neighboring states where housing is plentiful and affordable. But members of the legislature insist Governor Hochul's plan to build 800,000 units of housing in the next decade is a case of fuzzy math.
We don't want Hochul control. We want local control.
There is intense pushback in the Long Island and Westchester suburbs because Hochul wants to require cities, towns, and villages to increase their housing stock by 3% over 3 years or lose their ability to reject development proposals. But the commissioner is pushing back, saying their fears of losing local control are unfounded.
We really are providing a lot of control to localities to say you can zone how you want, you can zone where you want. We really are saying we want you to grow, but you can choose how to do that. And so the local control piece really only comes into play for localities who refuse to grow.
The reality, she says, is that for most areas, the need to build isn't a heavy lift.
For over 80% of the municipalities in the state, over 3 years, this would be less than 50 units. So we're talking about 15 housing units a year.
Here's some examples. Belrose, Long Island has 1,250 people with just over 400 homes. The target would be 12 new homes over 3 years. Great Neck Estates, with just over 1,000 homes, would have a target of 30 homes. Patchogue, currently with 9,200 homes, would have a target of 175 units.
If you want to build houses, if you want to build townhouses, if you want to build multifamily, you can choose how to do that.
So far, the legislature has turned thumbs down. They don't want localities to be required to build. Instead, they want to offer a carrot, not a stick, proposing a $500 million fund to offer incentives to those that meet the target.
I certainly don't think that a carrot-only approach is going to get New Yorkers and New York State what it needs on housing.
Whether the governor gets her way remains to be seen, but there's not much time. The budget deadline is the end of the month. I'm Marcia Kramer, CBS 2 News.